When I was 10 years old in 1983, there was one hero I rushed home to watch after school. His name, He-Man. A guy who looked like he could lift the car over his head. And every episode, he'd raise his sword and shout, "By the power of Grayskull, I have the power!" As a kid, I thought He-Man was the coolest thing. The muscles, the armor, the giant battles, the fantasy world. But here's the funny thing. More than 40 years later, life looks a little different. I'm now a stroke survivor, and these days I spend a lot of time in a wheelchair. But thanks to AI, I finally got the chance to become the fantasy hero I imagined when I was 10 years old. Today, I'm going to show you how I transformed an ordinary photo of myself into a fantasy movie poster. So realistic, it looks like it came straight out of Hollywood. And somewhere out there, 10-year-old Jesse is probably looking at this and saying, "Whoa, that's awesome." Hello, cyberspace dwellers. I'm Jesse, the survivor, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about AI, but we're also talking about imagination, because if you grew up in the 1980s like I did, imagination was half the fun. I played with action figures. I drew heroes in my notebooks. I ran around with my brothers pretending we were saving the universe. Most of it happened with toys, and the rest happened in my imagination. Fast forward more than 40 years. I'm now over 50, and thanks to AI and modern graphic design tools, some of those childhood dreams can finally look real. So I decided to create a fantasy movie poster inspired by the world I loved as a kid. This is what I came up with. Planet Eternia, Castle Grayskull, a giant sword, a mighty warrior, and somehow me. Not bad, but what if we make it a little more dramatic? By the power of Grayskull, I have the power! Now we're talking. And of course, every movie poster needs a title, so I added mine, Jesse the Survivor. Wow, I'm telling you, 10-year-old Jesse would absolutely lose his mind if he saw this. But then I thought, why stop there? Let's put 10-year-old Jesse in the posters too. You know, I could almost cry from happiness. Almost. Don't worry, I said almost. But the graphic designer in me also likes reality. So I made a more real version. No muscles, no magical powers, no lightning, just me. A stroke survivor with a cane visiting Castle Grayskull like it's a tourist attraction. And honestly, that version makes me smile too, because I don't know which one I like best. The fantasy hero, the 10-year-old dreamer, or the real guy standing here today. Good thing I don't have to choose. I can keep them all. And maybe that's the real magic of AI, not replacing imagination, but helping it bring it to life. And speaking of imagination, let's talk about the toys. Because 10-year-old Jesse wanted all of them. The good news is I'm an adult now. I could buy whatever toys I want. The bad news is I still look at them exactly the same way I did when I was 10, staring, drooling, and trying to figure out where did I put them. So, how did I make these posters? Mostly with ChatGPT and a little help from an old friend of mine, Adobe Photoshop. Even with all the amazing AI tools available today, I still enjoy putting things together myself. Maybe that's the graphic designer in me. Maybe it's because I grew up before AI existed. Or maybe I just love creating things. If you'd like to see how I use ChatGPT and Photoshop together to make posters like these, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to make a behind the scenes video. This project was special to me, not because it made me look like a fantasy hero, but because it reminded me of something important. Imagination doesn't have an expiration date. Whether you're 10 years old or over 50, it's still okay to dream. And for one brief moment, I got to step inside the world I imagined as a kid. And honestly, that was pretty awesome. For a few minutes, I wasn't a stroke survivor. I wasn't worried about getting older. I was just a kid again. My name is Jesse the Survivor. Thanks for watching. Bye, cyberspace dwellers.